Hey guys, this is our Halloween episode. It does do you have really good perks if your niece is a cosmetologist. So she did my hair. I did curl my hair, but it was not great because I did it after a fresh wash. And normally I have to wait like 2 days before I put heat on it. And I usually just wear it curly, like naturally curly. But I didn't do that. And then she fixed it for me because she's sweet. She was
without even like asking.
Yeah, she just did my makeup. That was the plan, was just the makeup, but she did fix my hair, so it was fine. It was like a therapy session. We also don't have coffee today because the coffee shops aren't open on Sundays in small towns, so we have McDonald's. I have Dr. Pepper. She has a Diet Coke. It is what it is. That's all it is. But obviously, we are a golden retriever and
a black cat.
Surprise! Although I do have a little bit more feral energy because I will swing on somebody. But it's okay. Like, dogs have bark. That's what we're going to do. Like, fight. As my husband would say, I've got that dog in me. And then I roll my eyes because I'm like, never say that ever again. Yeah, he does. Because my husband's her uncle.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And I'm also going to be eating fries because I haven't ate today. And I've been up since like 6. And it's 1:36. So I'm going to eat crap because I'm not super tiny and fit and wonderfully beautiful like she is, because she does yoga, Pilates, and eats grass. She actually drinks grass, but
I do like a good green smoothie. It's only green because my protein powder is green.
It's funny. Okay, so today we're talking about, I think we should do a breakdown of bluegrass, authors in the bluegrass. And then we're going to go ahead and break down our book club pick, Phantasma. And we'll talk about our next book club and kind of break down, I guess, just update you guys, because it's been a hot minute. Like, we filmed really early in October because we had a lot of indie views.
That was really weird.
Yeah, we had a lot of indie views. I don't even know where my mic's at, so I hope you guys can hear me. We had a lot of indie views, and then we had the book signing. She's been working super hard. Also, fun fact, she's probably like sick with something.
Oh, I have pleurisy.
And then I have lockjaw on this side, so it hurts really bad. But we're here for you guys, always. And then we have more indie views. I took a PA position, so whoop, whoop, for Molly Goins. And then we have a lot of new book releases coming up. I've been helping out with some of those too. Just lots happening. So that's why the podcast is a little bit late, because of life. But we support your guys' life, so we just hope you support our life. And that's what it is. Do you want to break down bluegrass first? Because mine is not nice.
Yeah, I feel like because I had a better experience.
Yeah.
I got there really early. I got there, man, what time did I get there? Like 8.
They ran out by 10:30. So even if you were there and in line, if you weren't up at the very front of the line, you were out.
So yeah, I was up at the front of the line, and I got my wristbands. Oh, I'm so sorry. That seems so mean.
Which didn't even matter.
No,
in the end. We'll get to that. Continue.
So yeah, mine was pretty chill. Like, everything went smoothly for me, and then I went shopping, and then I got beer and pizza, and then I came back, and it was bad. It was carnage. Not
the fun kind.
No.
Like in the book.
No, it was like we were prisoners in carnage.
It was rough. Like, go ahead, finish. You do you.
It was fun. We got to meet, some of our favorite authors. We got to see Molly and Danny and Kristen there, and that was really fun. We got to meet Monty J and Maren Moore and Penelope Douglas. And is that the only 3 that we've seen?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that literally took.
There was 80 there.
That literally took from what do you think, 10:30 to
I left at 4:30.
Yeah, 4:30.
Yeah, I left at 4:30.
The whole thing ended at 5.
So, I mean, technically, well, I did meet Ava Hunter, but I really wanted her Better Something Hearse book, and she was already sold out of it. And I felt really bad because she's like, you can buy these other books, but I didn't want the other books. I wanted that one, and I was already pissy. So I was just like, no, thank you. So I'm sorry, but And
it was cool getting to meet Monty and Maren because we're going to do an indie view with both of them. So that was kind of cool, just so they could put, obviously we have a face for them because they're authors. but it was really cool. I felt like for them to actually get a face for us before they did the interview. So that was pretty cool.
I think so too. Okay, so the way the authors in the bluegrass was broken down, I have to put my fries somewhere. The door holder, not really a fry holder, but it should actually be marketed as such. I'm also cold, overstimulated, as you could tell, poor me. But the way that it was supposed to be, it was marketed that you will get to meet the wristbanded authors, no matter what. Multiple times, people asked this question because we knew as readers, we were like, this is not adding up, y'all. And then like 2 weeks before, I think, is whenever they, or even a week and a half, it was not enough time. They started breaking down how it was going to run.
But still, at that point, like everybody was like, "You still get a wristband for every author."
Yes, and like people had screenshots of this, like, and they're like, "Yes, you will get a wristband for every author." The way that it was supposed to be is you get a gift bag from like Lexington, Kentucky. It's a white gift bag with a blue horse. In the gift bag, everybody would have the 12 wristbands. So if someone's watching this and you were at the thing, clearly, yes, we understood. Hey, that's not going to work because that's 12
I think there was
authors.
like 1,600 people.
Yeah, like
it should have
so
been capped.
we clearly understood that was not going to work, but also that's why we were asking the questions. Like, and I say we, not me and her, but we collectively as the
No,
attending.
I asked no questions.
The attending.
I barely even got. Yeah,
she just watched it and stalked and screenshot and sent it to me, or tagged me and stuff. And so we were just like, this is gonna be like mass chaos before even going in. Like I was not gonna have a good time. I knew I was not gonna have a good time. Like I told me, I was like, I don't even want to go. I don't want to go.
See, but I think what helped me is that when we went to get pizza, Ryan and I, before, I drank like 2 glasses of cherry cider. So I was intoxicated, and I showed up and I was like, we're having a great time. Let's go, Michaela.
We also thought there was going to be a lot more vendors there, like food vendors. There wasn't.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have beer.
So we were like, it's okay. We'll just drink more whenever we're there. No. And like my husband went with me. Thank God for him. Yeah. Honestly, we'll get to that too because
Ralphie and I went to go get a drink and he got pizza and then he felt awkward and wouldn't bring the pizza in there, so he ate his pizza by the trash and I was like, I'm leaving you. I'm not standing with you. I'm so sorry.
We love Ralphie. But so no, the tickets opened up at 9. Yeah. Right. By 9:30 they were out of wristbands. For all like 1,600 attendees, out of wristbands.
And there was supposed to be one for all of them.
Yeah. So, and you couldn't see these authors without a wristband. And so I got there, and I think I got there like right before 10. Like I wasn't like the 1:00 people like showing up at the very end. Like, and I was like, so we can still get in line to see the authors. It's just that wristband people have priority. And they're like, yes. And then some people are like, no, if you don't have a wristband, you don't get in line anyways. And we're like, okay, well that's dumb. Second on that, on the wristbands, they were organizing the groups on the wristbands from 1 through 27. And they had a Google Doc that they were updating through a QR code and for what they were. So 2 hours in, they were still on groups 1 to 4. The math ain't math, and there was no way they were going to get through 27 groups. So collectively, I feel like the readers, the attendees, were just like, we're just going to get in lines and we're going to figure it out as we go. And I only wanted to go for Monty J and Penelope Douglas. Like those were the 2 that I wanted to go for. And then I was like, if I can get to Mary Moore, I'll get to Mary Moore. But I just knew because we had the OG covers for Penelope Douglas's Devil's Night series, which we did a whole freaking episode on, and y'all knew that we were so excited. Some guys walking by with a suitcase. I don't know. There's always somebody that sees us filming. It's fine.
It's coming out of church. They're not supposed to be living in there.
Oh,
we're at the salon.
We are outside the salon. It was just nice and shady, and that's where she did our makeup, and so it's fun, whatever. I don't even think they went through all 27 groups. I don't think they made it to like a group like 14. Like that, like I said, I left at 4:43 at 4:30, and that's what group they were on for. Like a lot of people was in between like 14 and 16. Like it was insane. We got to meet 3 authors collectively, like together. We stood in line for 3 people. We actually got separated at Penelope Douglas's line because we were in the overflow, and I was like, she's literally the last author that I want to see. I was like, I would rather just sit here and wait for an hour and a half and
that's what we did
and try it, and that's what we did. And so when you got into the line, you got through super fast. The whole thing was just a freaking nightmare. They did do really well with the authors. They really did a good job with the authors. They really protected the authors. They had a good time. They had really good setups. They were spaced out really well. Like they did do a really good job for the authors. So I will say that. But then like certain admins were like deleting stuff inside the group, and like some of the people, not all of them, some of the people working were very rude. There was like mixed matched communication. It was just a
It
hot
was just
mess.
not organized.
They shouldn't have sold as many tickets, in my personal opinion. That's what it was. They oversold tickets for not enough time to accommodate the attendees being there. So it was either you got to see your bigger authors or you got to see all of the smaller ones. You didn't get, there wasn't a mix between it. And so we obviously chose our bigger ones because that's,
well, I only knew those three.
That's what we chose. So yeah, at one point in time, my husband was like, we're not moving. Like there's 8 people in line. He's like, if VIPs come up, absolutely they can go in front of us. He's like, we're not moving. So
that's another thing. I think like VIP should have had like
they
early
have
access,
pre-signing access.
signing.
Yes,
that would have made more sense.
That would make more sense. So VIP. And like their VIP tickets were expensive in consideration for everybody else, like all these other like signings and stuff like that. So I don't know, like will I go in the next 2 years because it's every 2 years? Maybe, because I enjoy like causing myself harm, but that's a joke. Don't take that seriously. Maybe. We shall see. Don't I look so much cuter because she did my makeup? Like, you didn't see it. Like my face looks skinnier because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I literally just put on face like foundation, powder, and mascara. That's all that I do. Occasionally, she got into my car and I said, "Look, I have a lip gloss. Aren't you proud of me?" So I have lip gloss in my car. It's okay. 2 completely different people. Phantasma.
Yeah, because I have like 8 lip glosses in my car.
I'm literally she's just a lip gloss gremlin. That's how I want to call her.
I have a lip gloss in Michaela's car too.
Yeah. I was like, where? Okay, Phantasma, now that you've listened to our spiel, do you have anything else to say about Bluegrass? No. Okay.
Oh! Monty told me I look like Sage. Hi. Okay, that's all I have to say.
Phantasma. We chose this one because of Danny Phantom. Clearly. Like, and my husband was like, what are you talking about? And I was like,
he doesn't know Danny Phantom.
Yeah, he does. That's what he means. He's like, he goes, someone wrote a Danny Phantom book. And I was like, no, yes. Like, it's, yes, no, maybe. It's, he's a phantom. And he's like, that doesn't make him Danny Phantom. Like, sometimes
it literally does. That's in the theme song. He's a phantom. Yeah.
Right. And then, like, he would play the theme song anytime he saw me with the book. Like, he would pull the theme song up and play it. And it cracked me up. Okay. Well, I actually really loved this one. I know that some people thought that it was slow and kind of boring. I disagree. But I think that I was prepared for me to have to put a lot of energy into it. So in the mental, like, headspace, I already knew, oh, hey, I'm going to have to, like, have a lot of history built up, like, understanding this world. Because it's like, supernatural, but it is fantasy. Like, it's, like, built super
Have you
big.
read Kingdom of the Wicked?
No.
Okay, so I think it's a very much like Kingdom of the Wicked because of the devils. And then it was also like, and you still haven't read this one, the Caraval series.
Okay, I attempted Caraval twice.
Yeah, well, it's like both of those. And then they had Phantasma.
I'm just going to skip it and go straight into Once Upon a Broken Heart.
That's fine. I'm as long as you
I own that one.
Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I think it was like both of those. Very much like Caraval in the sense like the trials.
Yeah. Okay.
But it was like spicy Caraval. So it was pretty fun.
I feel like the banter was there for me. I feel like that's what I liked.
Yes. He had me giggling.
Like, yes, like he did. Like, he's so flirty. And like funny flirty, but also like he'll kill somebody flirty. So I appreciated him. I think that if he wasn't written the way that he was written, I wouldn't have given this book 5 stars. I think I gave Blackwell 5 stars.
It's like the vibes.
Yeah.
5 stars.
I can't wait. I will read the second one because I freaking adore her sister.
And it's like interconnected standalone.
Yes. So like
really
they're completely in a different, I think they're in Italy or Rome or something. I don't remember. And it's like forced proximity, marriage of convenience. I'm pretty sure I saw for the second one. But she's so like the sister was fun. Like you see her in the beginning, and then you don't see her again until like that much. Like, and this is all death, and it's great. I did like it. I like that. I feel like it probably could have been about 100 pages shorter. I will give everybody that. I do think it could have been about 100 pages
just
shorter.
too drug out.
Yeah, I think that it just had a lot of, and I only say that for like what I've talked to other people, but I loved it, which was a shocker. It's actually the first audiobook I finished all the way through.
I didn't know
Um,
that. Did I?
no, but then I listened to Lights Out audio. No competition. Zero competition. I will listen to that just for shits and giggles because literally I love him so much.
I didn't like it.
You didn't like Lights Out?
Raven, if you're watching this, please like.
Me and Raven have literally talked about this. I think.
No, she doesn't like it.
Well, then maybe it's not Raven
Yeah.
I talked to about.
So we buddy read it.
No, we talked about the audio.
So I switched to audio because I was reading it.
I didn't even read it. I just did
so
audio.
Then I switched to audio, and I didn't like audio. And then I felt that even Jacob Morgan was bored reading it. That's how Raven put it. So.
Well, I disagree entirely. This doesn't happen very often, especially with audio. I loved the audio. I laughed. I've never laughed so hard.
I didn't like the book.
I've never laughed so hard than the audio with that.
I just feel.
I laughed until I cried.
I was bored.
I laughed until I cried. I did have to push through the last like hour and a half.
So and then that was the most upsetting. So like me and Raven like were both like struggling, and Raven texted me and was like, I've been reading reviews and everybody said that like the first half is like the best part and the best.
It is. I will agree to that.
Like that was
I will agree.
It sucked. So I think like it had really. So it was like.
I think you just need to stop doing so much research in the book before you go in and reading it, because I feel like your opinion gets really skewed right from the beginning.
It goes. But I'm also reading the Zodiac Academy series, and so whenever I read something else, not those books.
She's kind of a bratty reader. Cute bratty reader, but yeah, she is a bratty reader. I just know that if I don't have the mental capacity to read a book at the moment, so like I was telling B this before we started because we were talking about this, and she's like, I gotta tell you some stuff, and I was like, dear God, what? You just never know what's going to come out of her mouth. It could be actually serious, or it could be, I pooped today.
No, literally, I was science fiction, and I was like, I'm so excited. I have really bad constipation issues, and I was like, Ryan, I'm so excited to have a science infection because I'll use the bathroom, and he was like, good morning. And I was like, good morning.
Case in point.
Yeah, you don't really know what's going to come out of my mouth.
You just never know. So I was like, dear God, what? And that's, anyways, I was telling her that, thank God, Thea Lawrence, she pushed her beta doc out to November 1st. Because I was like, I was drowning in ARCs. I'm still like 2 reviews behind, but like you have the 2 weeks to do the review part. But this weekend, I've just had a really tough, mentally like taxing weekend. And I was texting Aubrey, and I was like, I don't think I'm going to do the review until Monday. She goes, I think that's a good idea because you've really struggled the past 2 days. So just relax. And I was like, okay, will do, ma'am. And then I read the whole ass book in the beta doc because I was like, I'm not posting, I'm not creating content. So I just read it all, and I loved it, and I knew I would love it. It's crushing it, by the way. It's coming out, I don't know, March, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. She told us. It's somewhere. It's somewhere listed somewhere. But it's the second one after Swipe Right. And I cannot wait for you guys to meet Logan because he's precious. So freaking precious. He's like the male version of Jenna Ortega. I'm not joking. And like, because she's really smart. Like, people don't think that she's really smart, but she's actually brilliant. I say that loosely because she's not a professor, but he's a professor. But like, style-wise, he is the male version of Jenna Ortega.
I thought you were talking about Jenna Ortega being smart. I was like, you don't know her, but okay.
She is smart.
You know her?
No, but like, can you like listen to like her talk and stuff? Okay, do that.
I don't watch TV. Oh,
you have a phone.
I only watch one thing on my phone on YouTube.
You also watch TikTok.
That's different. I like to doom scroll on TikTok.
Oh, what? What was your O?
I like to watch Hot Ones.
Did you? Okay, can we sidebar for a second?
This is the most unhinged podcast.
But it's really still like chill. We're only 20 minutes in. Okay, oh God, we're only 20 minutes in. We covered so much. My eyes look really blue today. Okay, with sorry, I love you guys. I did this with Adeline's because she's talking and it's like you can only see the hand, and I did that and it made hearts. She goes, "How did you do that?" And I was like, "It's okay. You can't show your face, so it's not gonna do." Also, fun fact: if you interview Italian women, they're gonna yell at you lovingly.
That was cute.
It was funny. I love her. Okay. That's also Goldson. I feel like I wish that we would have picked Goldson for our book of the month book club because it's so good. So good. Like, did you see the eye twitch? Because it was so good. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah. Hot ones. Okay. The chicken lady, the chicken date lady, she's blonde and she like interviews all these celebrities and like they go and they like have chicken and they go on a date and that's like how she interviews them. Is that way? Okay, anyways, her and Andrew Garfield are my current Roman Empire. And I just send all these videos to my husband and he's like, I don't even know who these people are.
No, because Andrew Garfield is in that movie with Florence Pugh.
Oh,
and they get intimate.
Have you seen it yet?
Cut. No, they yelled cut, and they didn't cut. They were too lost.
I need to see it because okay, I feel like that's such a beautiful like marriage of actors and actresses.
Well,
in one movie.
I'm not gonna say how I feel about Florence Pugh on it.
She would absolutely smash. Absolutely.
Absolutely smash.
Okay, so sorry we sidebarred for a second. All of that just to say that we left Florence Pugh because we were actually going to, I was like, I like Andrew Garfield a lot.
Oh, yeah, him too.
And I feel like he deserved an Emmy for his movie about the guy that wrote Rent. Did you ever watch that on Netflix?
Oh, Ryan's watched it.
Did he like it?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel
with
so.
Vanessa Hudgens?
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes me feel so. Ryan's like the movie guru dude.
Yeah, he's read. No, not read. I read. Ryan watches. He has watched 370, maybe 3 movies now this year.
Yeah. So, anyways, I feel like he was robbed. He should have gotten that. Phantasma. He is a phantom. She is a necromancer.
I really like that.
Yeah. Like
I usually feel like it's like a witch.
Right.
And I like that.
I do. And so like she's also there's like the ADHD.
OCD.
Yeah, thank you. OCD representation is through her. So like it's always the voice of like you're not gonna win this trial if you don't knock 3 times. He's lying to you if you don't knock 3 times. Like it's just compulsive because that's what OCD is. And it's like tied into the supernatural part. So like sometimes like if she knocks, she's actually like hitting so hard, but she doesn't think that she is, and then she like gets cut up and stuff. So the OCD representation was top notch because it really truly is a sickness, in the sense of you can't control it. Like it's voices in your head for her that's telling her that she has to do these things, and like she clearly knows. Like she even says it in the book. She's like, I know that this actually doesn't affect it, but I'm going to do it.
I think like that you said, like they did that so good because she, like you said, she was just like, oh gosh, like this isn't real. But then there was times that even as she was like, hey, this isn't real, she was like freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's realistic.
Yeah. So OCD representation in this book, I feel as though, my personal opinion, was top notch. I do not struggle with OCD. I do not claim to struggle with OCD, but I feel like the compulsiveness of it was so spot on because you could tell like that you fell for, I just swallowed that whole fry because I didn't chew it. Could you imagine if I died
on my podcast? I'd still upload it. It'd be like the perfect Halloween episode. I'd be like, this is our podcast.
In loving memory.
R.I.P.
I needed a second to recover. She was doing my makeup and she was like in my face and I was holding my breath while she was doing my nose right here. I was like, I didn't even reach. She goes, thanks. She's kind of mean.
I'm not very nice when I'm doing your makeup. I'm like,
And she's really good. She's been doing it. I like literally remember her when she was like 16 because she's always been this small, and she would sit inside the sink.
I do that.
And do her makeup because she's itty bitty. And she would just be like, come sit on the toilet and just talk to me. Because it would take her an hour and a half to do it. Like, it was just so funny. That's the most I'm just a girl moment, I think, for Bethany. Like, that's just ingrained into my head. He's a phantom. She's a necromancer. Um, the she's trying to like save her family's house in a sense. So she enters the trials, but she's also looking for her sister because her sister's like, I'm gonna do it. And so whenever she enters, she gets like approached by him. He has a lot of memory loss. I don't want to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read it, but also like the way that the spoiler alert that would go in is okay, if you haven't watched it, skip ahead by like 2 minutes and come back. So a lot of memory loss you find out, and like literally the last, this is where, I mean, I think it could have been like 100 pages less. You literally find out like in this tiny itty bitty part that his dad actually created Phantasma with the trials and stuff for him to be over because he is like king of the devils, and that he had to be there because he fell in love with a human, and like the locket is the key. Like you keep talking about like how the heart is the key, or the key of the heart. I don't remember how it's like phrased, but she owns it. And I love that like he called her Angel throughout the whole thing, even though he didn't understand that that's who she was. And I don't know. Normally, I'm not a huge, big like Angel fan because my stepmom's name is Angel, and I don't like her.
I forgot.
Yeah, I don't like her. We don't get along super great. So, but I thought that that was the sweetest thing is that he always called her Angel throughout the whole thing. So, like whenever,
even when they first met,
yeah,
before like
and
she entered the trials.
yep. So he doesn't remember a lot. Like he just constantly like forgets everything. But for him, everything was just so genuinely built up for him, and I love that, and for her too. But like for him, like he has so many different lives. This is literally still her first. So I don't know. And the banter was 10 out of 10. I love the banter. I love Blackwell. Like I genuinely feel like I said earlier, like I feel like I gave this book 5 stars for Blackwell. Just because of him. And he loves Genevieve. Like already treats her like she's his little sister. Like I love that. I hit my mic. That probably like was really loud. I'm really sorry. I love that. I think that that's probably one of my favorite micro tropes is whenever they have siblings and they already treat them like a little sibling, because that's important. Like if you have siblings, like or like super close like cousin people for you and stuff like that, or even Ryan's like she's really close to her husband's brother too. But loosely.
I mean, I am.
They're the same person. So they have a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, I just want to be like, ah!
Yeah.
I'm like, Ryan's
but
like,
also,
why are you mad?
like,
you do that.
If he gets a girlfriend or whatever and they do him dirty, then she's like, I'll run her over.
But I won't. I just like say that, oh, you think I probably would. You're right. I mean, I've been there. Okay.
Yeah, so it's fine. I think that it was good for sure. I think it was a perfect spooky, like, October book pick. Lots of people did like it. I think the biggest thing is the pacing was slow.
Is that her first book that she's read? I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you guys know?
Look it up.
Why am I talking to you guys like it's Blue's Clues?
Blue's Clues.
Like asking you guys questions.
I did doodle it.
Pretty.
Look at this one rose though.
It's okay.
That's different from like all
like a tulip.
If you were here. Yeah, it's this one right here.
Tulip.
I couldn't fix it after I had already, because I don't pencil this shit before I do it. I hate pencils. I've always hated pencils. I never even used pencils in school. I don't know.
I love a pencil.
No.
A lead pencil?
Blech.
Lead pencil.
Makes me want to puke.
Just click that thing.
No.
I
don't like it. No. Ugh. So anyways, I liked Phantasma. I think you probably would rate it a 4. I rated it a 5. And I think that it was just the pacing for her.
Did you hear me?
What did you say?
I said we're a 3.5.
We're a 3.5. It's fine.
But the vibes were there.
The vibes
if we're gonna rate off
there.
Vibes, that's fair.
I rate off 5s all the time. The vibes 100% were there. He really is like exactly like he was inspired by Danny Phantom. Like you read this book and you want it. That's what it is. It is really slowly paced though, but I think that was designed. Like she wanted it to be slowly paced. Like it's like a creepy. It's not a novella. Like it wasn't a fast story. Like she wanted to put so much like
she
layer.
Wanted to flesh it out.
Yeah. So for what she attempted to do, she did it well. So, and it's just what you like. So I like that. My air keeps getting super cold, super fast.
I was hurting my pleurisy.
I turned it down. But then I was like sweating.
It's okay.
So Yeah, I like that. I think that going into the next month, everybody is going to be super busy with holiday season. I know that this is one of her busiest months because, Thanksgiving and Christmas. So she's also going to be busy.
But I am going to cut back an extra day of the salon because I keep getting pleurisy because I breathe in chemicals all day.
And when she says all day, it's not like 5 to 8 hours. She's here for like 12. My fries are cold now.
So,
I think we're going to do 7 Year Slip.
It's so cozy.
Because some people haven't read it yet and some people have. It's a really good reread for this season anyways. Like if you just need something to give yourself a break, always a good reread. So we're aware that it might make it a smaller group, but we're okay with that.
Or if you just want to be in the group and just chat about it, you don't have to reread it.
If you want to just chat about that book, then we'll just let people choose if they want to leave or stay, and we'll just rename the chat. It'll be fine. Or have somebody like the message and we'll create. I don't know what we're doing. We try to plan while we're on this and it doesn't work. But I think that's what we're gonna do. Unless somebody else before.
We're running into the problem. There's so many good books, but we don't want to do a series.
That's the problem. And even interconnected standalones, I don't want to interconnected standalone either. I feel like this is a good one. I feel like that's what we're gonna do. But going into December, if you guys have any recommendations for a December book,
then too.
Yeah, we can work with that a little bit more. I feel like we'll have more options because they'll be holiday books.
Yeah, that's another thing. Do you guys think that? Why do I keep talking to you guys like we're on Blue's Clues? Do you guys want to read a Christmas book?
It's because I have dog ears.
I'm like, look. Which mouse Catul? That's Mickey.
Hold on.
Oh, you got Mickey ears. Which mouse Catul can help us figure out what book to read for December's book club? Okay, they're gonna be like, "What the? Can you guys believe we act like this and we don't drink?"
That is only if they are if you're watching this YouTube. Hello.
Oh, yeah, I forget we do Spotify and YouTube.
It's okay. We try. Spotify's got low views, which is sad, but because I feel like people like to look at us. That's what I want to say.
I mean, you should. If you're watching this on Spotify, click off of it so you can see our costumes. Not to be bossy, you can
not to be bossy, she says. She's absolutely meaning to be bossy. Okay, with that, what is your current reads? Your Zodiac Academy.
Okay, I just finished up Vicious Fae, which is, I don't know if it's the Dark Fae, the Ruthless Fae, but it's the spin-off of the Zodiacs. So I think I'll probably go into Broken Fae. And I'm finishing up The Oath We Get by Monty J.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do my arc for Wrath of Exile by Monty.
I have to tell you guys something.
She hates arcs.
I don't like arcs. I feel I tried, but I don't like them because then I feel pressured, and then it kind of feels like a school assignment because it's you have a due date, and that's not the vibe I'm trying to bring to the function. That's my confession. So, is that your current read?
Well, I haven't downloaded it yet. It's in my inbox. I haven't been home to do that yet. But yeah, because I just finished Thea's Crushing It beta doc. And so I'll probably go ahead and do Wrath of Exile while I have a moment to collect myself.
I don't have a moment to collect myself. So I can't do it right now.
And then
I can just say I don't want to.
As of right now, I don't have anything other than one more arc, and that's in November. And that is a cozy read. So I'm excited for that one, and they're usually fast reads for me. It's by Heather Garvin. When the Snow Falls, I think is what it's called. She wrote a rock star romance, but it was a mild rock star romance, but it was adorable, and I loved it. So I'm excited for this one because I like her style a lot. And then, so yeah, I think I'll do Wrath of Exile for sure. And then, trying to think of what's coming up for people to know. I know that I'm probably going to reread Bad Honey. Shocker. Because Honey Pot arcs are going to drop next month. November 1st, she's going to open it up for Honey Pot arcs, which that book, I'm literally going to get a tattoo for that book. That's how much that book means to me. So specifically this one, because I just have a lot of soul and tears
Into that one.
and poured into this book. Aubrey, if you're listening, I love you, but you break my heart on a daily basis.
Oh, you love her.
So there's that. And she's gonna be like, "Thank you for plugging Honey Pot in," and I'll be like, "Everybody already expects it, so it's fine."
And then Molly's doesn't come out for.
No, Molly's doesn't come out for a while, but she does have signed copies on her website, the damaged copies, and she'll personalize them. And if you sign up for her newsletter, you get 10% off of your first purchase. Shameless plug for that too.
I didn't know that. I just signed up for a newsletter.
I also just signed up for her newsletter. Yep. So.
Oh, and I wanted to read Bride before this month was over.
Oh, I do love Bride.
So that's why I don't like ARCs.
I think that was my first book doodle.
It was, wasn't it?
Was Bride.
That's why I don't like ARCs, though.
It is hard. October was such an ARC month. Like, Arctober.
Arctober. Cute.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to participate again.
You didn't even really, like, fully participate.
How many did I read? 3?
What were your 3?
Rook and Rebel.
Okay. That was in October?
Was that at the beginning, I think? I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe.
Okay.
October has felt really long. Manor.
Oh, Manor.
I enjoyed that, even though
that
I was
was actually.
I did enjoy that a lot.
That was actually such a perfect spooky month book. Like, it hit all of the checklists. Yeah. Who was your favorite boy? I feel like you would say Clay just because of the tattoos, but also I feel like Wes's personality.
So that's the thing. I love the way Clay looks. That little nerdy tattoo.
We all do.
But then I like that Wes is mean. Which is really weird because if you know me and you know Ryan,
he's not, dude.
He doesn't even yell at me.
At all.
Ever.
Like, at all.
So why do you think?
He's the sweetest little pumpkin because you're mean.
Yeah.
And you're like, ooh, I like that energy.
Yeah.
But if somebody actually were to be mean to her like that, she'd be like, go away.
I'd be like, I have to go over here and cry. So yeah, I like Wes, but I don't know. The only problem I had with Wes, I felt like, was that it took him too long to like come around. You know what I mean? Like, I just wanted to.
But it's because he's so grumpy.
I know, but I just wanted to.
Have you watched Supernatural?
A little bit.
Oh, that's why. She doesn't understand. It's
I don't
okay.
like watching TV.
Okay, well.
Unless it's Hot Ones.
Does that count as TV?
They have a show.
Isn't it just on YouTube?
No, they have a deal at Netflix now.
Oh. Okay. I'll give it to you.
Thanks. I just think that's so funny.
Anything else that you want to talk about? We're at 37 minutes. This is usually when we cut it. Unless you have something else. Should I have something else? I don't think so. If you're on YouTube, we'll give you one more quick thing with all of her lovely makeup skills and hair skills. Like, this girl literally does the perfect messy curls. Perfect. Like, this doesn't look like, this looks like I barely touched my hair this morning and it still looks amazing. So, she did great. Also, I don't know why my phone is so cloudy. Like, I've literally cleaned off my camera.
Well, I mean, now we're ending it. It's too late.
No, look, I cleaned it off still and it's still that way.
Mine's been acting like that too.
So I don't know what the deal is, but it's
Mine
okay.
really has been acting like that, I feel like.
I hate that. All right. Well, if you've made it this far,
what are we don't know what we're going to do our next podcast episode on. It's really hard.
Can we do Monty J's? Because you'll finish it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll do
we just decided that right now.
Yeah, we'll do Hollow Boys. Hollow Boys?
The Hollow Boys, yeah.
Yeah. That's what we'll do. I'm excited. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, well, stay tuned for the next episode. Sorry, this one was incredibly long. They're always long. So if you made it this far, then
I feel like this was a little, like, chaotic.
It's okay. We haven't done one in a while. We actually haven't even had a coffee date in a while. I feel like that's the problem. Yeah, and you're thinking about it now. I thought about that going in. I was like, normally we get out, you know, like how before you take a child to a store, like you let them like be really crazy or something to like get the energy down for a minute because you're like, okay, you can't embarrass me in the store. We have to do that with our coffee dates.
But we haven't, you're right.
But we haven't had a chance to have a coffee date. We've been super crazy busy.
So you guys actually really like had like probably 10 minutes of a review and then
This is how our
30
coffee
minutes
dates
of
are.
me and Michaela just talking.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. You're welcome.
You love us, hopefully. If not, then why are you here? Like,
literally, that shows that we are in the opposite. That literally shows. I was like,
she literally texted me and she's like, we could do Black Cat and Golden Retriever. I was like, you're gonna want to be Black Cat. And she goes, yeah.
But you could have, I would have let you. I wouldn't have been mad. But I was like, I would prefer to be the cat.
I was like, my personality is more Black Cat. She's like, but it's cute. Like, it's cute. And then it shows that I am the aunt and she is the niece. Look who's what. But also, my hair matched the Golden Retriever so much better. So,
yeah.
It's okay.
Period.
You
don't just say that.
No, I mean, sometimes I do, and then Ralphie will look at me. I have to be careful because if I do that, then Ralphie will do that, and Ralphie can't because he didn't, like, imagine your uncle saying that.
I like it.
So then the kids the youth kids, they'll be like, what are you doing? So I have to, like, protect them by not doing that for him.
That's sad.
Yeah.
Poor Ralphie.
Yeah, like, he still goes around saying, like, that's Cat. And I'm like,
no.
Yeah, I'm like, don't do that.
We let that one go.
I was like, that lasted maybe a week.
I've been going around in the club.
He does that too, but that one is fun. Well, for like maybe another week, and it'll probably be over.
I wanted to do that to Ryan's parents and like get him with it, but they were like, "What are you saying?" And I like said it again. They're like, "Oh, in the club we are all family," and I was like, "You're not racist, I guess." And they were like, "Why are you talking like that?" And I was like, "Me and Ryan are leaving.
Bye." Yeah. Okay, we're gonna end it now because we're sorry that we took up so much of your time. But we love you, and we hope that you read Phantasma if you haven't already. It was fun. I do think that Blackwell makes up for everything that possibly is not to your standard of the book. Blackwell is great. I love him dearly.
Danny Phantom.
He itched the Danny Phantom. Scratch the itch in my brain. What is the saying? We're ending. Love you.
Bye.